Hi everyone, hope you're doing well from wherever you're watching this channel, depending on your time zone. Now, when today's protest was announced earlier, it seems State House was in panic, the cabinet was in panic. There was no peace even in the parliament. So, with that, the day to this protest, the night before, it's like the security operatives were very active at night, doing one thing: fencing off the parliament building and also fencing off the road heading to the State House Road. That is what they were doing. So if you check, you will see there is a fence, a very strong fence that have been put to cordon that area. They feel that it should be restricted from the protesters. So as we kick off the protest today, this area is fenced. Why did they decide to fence? Now, I want us to continue with the final discussion, but I have a quick and humble request for those who are watching this channel and you have not yet subscribed. Please consider subscribing. To our returning subscribers, I must say thank you so much. And again, to all our viewers, please give this video a thumbs up. Thank you so much, and back to our discussion. Now, major roads have been sealed off and no PSV vehicle is allowed into the CBD. But the issue of fencing off the parliament building and the State House Road, it is something now people are looking at it and wondering, really, for the first time, after a very long time, we are seeing such a thing happening in our presence. That from the beginning, I said it was a sense of panic by William Ruto. And I think William Ruto is trying to solve the problem in this kind of way. Is it one of the best ways to solve the problem that we are having? How I wish Ruto would use another means to solve this problem. You remember the first time Gen Zs got out, they went straight to the parliament. And the next building they were heading to, it was State House. So hizi hata ukienda State House utapata sasa wamefunga kabisa. The fear in William Ruto. I can now tell you, Ruto is very worried. He is in panic. This is fear. He's worried. If he's at peace, he cannot do this. But there is an unpredicted move by Gen Z that has pushed him to do what he has done today. That fear. So he's worried. And, dealing with this youth, it has been proved now, it's very hard to handle Gen Z. There are very many tactics. And I will bring the other videos here to show you really. Even before the police block all entries to CPD, it seems like Gen Z just left in in Nairobi. They are already there. It's like wanawasoma wanajua mbele kile wanataka kufanya. But this fencing, itasaidia really, if they really mean to go there. Itasaidia. Kuna wale wanasema kuna possibility they can electrify. Kuna pia sheria za kuelectrify such a fence. Inafaa ikue kwanza ni usiku, si mchana. Haifai iweko mchana. So kuna mambo mengi, and even beyond that, with all that and the technology that youth are exposed to, they have very many ways. If they want to reach those places, they can still do it. But really, serious panic from State House has been revealed. There are so many things Ruto can focus on to solve this situation. But this is not one of the best way to do so. The last time he came out, he said, we are apologizing if we wronged you, Genesis. The word if just cancelled the first statement. His apology was rejected. He should have come out to offer solution. Why are we having protest today? To commemorate the Gen Zs who died in a previous protest 1 year along the line, and ask justice for these souls. Is there justice being offered? The state should have come out with a list of people who died and the way forward, what they have been able to do. Not to tell us what they are planning to do, what they have done, because you cannot trust any promise from this government. They just have to do it and you see, for you to believe. So this issue of fencing and cordoning these places, it seems again, is a way of resistance also. Ruto might not be willing to solve the problem, but he thinks this is one of the tactics he can use to sustain himself in power. Can electric fence, if there is any, sustain Ruto in power? Can fencing off parliament sustain members of parliament in power? Definitely, it cannot. But this is one of the tactics someone has advised him, that it can help him to sustain him in power. What a kind of an embarrassment. This is totally embarrassing. Yani watu wakiwa kwenye wanaangalia Kenya wamefence parliament, wamefence off State House Road. Reason there is protest going on there. So Gen Zs are people who have decided that they will not allow the country to sink and suffer in their lives. Wamekataa kuishi yale maisha wale waliotutangulia wameishi pale nyuma. Maisha ya kuvumilia serikali ambazo ni za kugandamiza. Hawa wameamua they will speak and no one is going to silence them. That's why you see now the state it has been actually thrown into a confusion. And because there is so much confusion with no any other good plan, they end up executing such things like what we are seeing here. This confirms that indeed the state is in a total confusion. This is confusion. But that is one of the ways Ruto is telling us that he is using to solve the problem in this country. Let them stop killing Gen Z and let them provide security to Gen Z when they are protesting. Again, it also tells us that the state is ready to use excess force in today's protest. Because if they have no intention to use excessive force, there will be no any need to put fence on the parliament building today. The whole night they were spending doing that, it should have been spent, on other ways that would help to calm the protest. Number one, the state should have decided to provide security to protesters without necessarily disrupting the protest. Police they should just accompany them on the protest. Because Gen Zs are very, very organized and peaceful people. Let them provide security to protesters. Wakisema wanataka kwenda State House, basi wapelekwe. Wakisema wanataka kwenda Parliament Building, wapelekwe na security. Wafikishe their petition there. Let them speak to members of Parliament or the speaker there. Then it will be okay. But it really shows that the president has not a listening ear and is not either willing or ready to listen. That's why he's applying this embarrassing tactics of approach to the protest. Sasa hapo ndio serikali ya William Ruto imetufikisha. Now, I don't know your views, but please let us meet in the comment section to continue with this discussion. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in our next video. But please, if you have watched this video up to this far, remember to do 2 or 3 things. Subscribe, like, and share this video. When necessary, you can also give a thumbs up.